Greetings and welcome to Energize You TV, Season 6, Episode number 32. So excited you're here. Are you ready to welcome abundance with grace, clarity, and energetic alignment? Researcher shows your energetic frequency directly shapes your decisions, your emotional state, and even your financial outcomes. Whoa, yeah. And if you're leaning in, this is it for you today, because today we're going to talk about when you surrender, you soar, the freedom of letting go. It's about finances, but it's also about energy of understanding money. Now, every week we take from the Ignite book, Raise Your Energy in 30 seconds or less naturally, so you shine with more energy, joy, and abundance. So get your copy, let me sign it, and come along with us, because it's so exciting to come with us on this journey. And you know what? Today, please join me as I dive into a powerful, heart-opening conversation with my beautiful friend, Lisa Healthfield, founder of the New Reality Fund, financial strategist, and an amazing speaker who's redefining how we align money with meaning in a rapidly changing world. Yeah, you're leaning into that. Rapidly changing for sure, right? So everybody take a deep breath. And let's take a drink of water. You know I'm the water pusher. I am the breath pusher. You see me on stories every morning on Facebook and on Instagram to remind you to breathe and to remind you to drink your water. Now, we're going to be moving in to the beautiful wisdom section, to all these different segments. So I want you hydrated. I want you really with us. So these are all writer downers. So get your pencil too. So as we move over, we're going to have an exciting crystal connection segment. Everybody loves this one, because I'm going to give you the crystal of the week and also the element in the mineral of the week. So you get to learn that and really understand it, because I know you love to collect them. Now let's figure out and know why you love them so much. Now also, we're going to have a spirit animal segment, and this is to explore the spirit animal, beautiful, beautiful connection. And then there's going to be an energy clearing segment like no other. 30 seconds or less is all I ask you to stay with me for this clearing. And this is beautiful. Now, I know you know this one about meditation, because studies have proven that it increases your brain function. It helps you with activating your spiritual gifts and spiritual awakening. So it's really important to go into a breath and breathing, because the more that you do this breath work, it is proven it will help you so much. And that is why at the end of the show, we're going to be doing the personal calibration segment. And now in this section, it's going to bring you the knowledge, the information, the wisdom, all together that we have gone through this whole episode together to calibrate it and incorporate it in your daily life. So you don't want to miss out on that. And if you're on the replay, don't fast forward, just you wait, because you want to learn about all the animal and the spirit guide and understanding about your crystals. It's fun, fun, fun. Because you know what? A lot of people are stuck, aren't they? And overwhelmed, and they're just really going down. So you know what? That's what I do. So go ahead and share this out with everybody that you know. Be kind. Go ahead and do this, because they want to feel better and they want to ignite their gifts and get unstuck. And that's what I do as a spiritual counselor, is I help you find those and really ignite that energy within you to cultivate that spiritual awakening. And that's what I do. And right now, right here, we're going to go to a golden nugget. I love golden nuggets. Now, this is Jenny Zook. She was on last week, so don't forget to watch from last week if you missed it. It was on fashion, but more about the energy of fashion, not what to wear. So go ahead. This is Jenny, and check out.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jenny Zook from Jenny Zook Style Confidence, and I am so excited to be here on Energize You TV. And a big thank you to Angel. Your energy and your light is so vibrant. I knew it from the second I walked in the door at the conference we met at. It was just contagious and so apparent that you were a light in this world. So today I am so excited to share with you how you can unlock the power of clothes to match your vibe. And a lot of women don't know this, but to really have clothes that make you feel good and light you up and help you share your energy with the world, you need to understand your body shape. So you need to measure your shoulders, your waist, and your hips, and you're going to use that to help you find clothes that are cut for your body, so that when you go in the fitting room or you try something on, you don't want to pull your hair out. So thank you again, Angel, for having me. I can't wait to dive into this topic more and see you all on Energize You TV.
So watch last week. You get the whole episode of Jenny and what she was talking about, which really helped me out in the way that I show up with my clothes also. So as we move over, get your water. We're going to be moving into the energy awareness section right now because, science tells us that everything is energy. And that's the big buzz out there right now. And you're like, yeah, it is. Everything is talking about energy. And it's because why? Your energy is your first impression. Make it magnetic and really connect to it. Now, what is energy? Energy is everything. Energy isn't random. It's always moving, shifting, and responding to what you think, feel, and intend. Scientists like Albert Einstein taught us that everything in the universe is connected through energy, even things we can't see with our own eyes. Yes. And that would be what? An aura around us. We don't even see this. While the term biofield might sound woo-woo, it's simply an electronic and magnetic field produced by the movement of ions in and out of our cells. Wow, right? Inside and all around your body is the biofield. And it's that personal energy bubble. Your thoughts, your emotions, even your excitement or stress, they all show up in your biofield. So I really like this and what he had to say about the energy. And this is from Joe Dispenza, which I really like. Hearts create a measurable magnetic field that projects beyond the body, your aura, but we call it the biofield. The magnetic field is an energy, and that energy is a frequency, and all frequency carries information, right? So what you think about, you bring about. Remember that. This is a big one, right? So as we look at the energy chart right here, the emotional vibrational frequency chart, you can see that these numbers are relative, but yet it makes sense on what they are because the energy of shame, blame, guilt, fear, the lower ones that we're looking at with the grief, with the anger, those are a lower vibration, and you can actually have more pain in when you're in those places. Now, as you move up the chart, you start to look at that acceptance, reason, love, joy, grateful, gratitude, peace, and compassion. Oh my gosh, that brings your energy up. And that is real and it is measurable. And again, you want it to be, so make it magnetic, and you want it to be magnetic. And what is energy? You might be going, Angel, what is that? Well, energy is when you walk in a room and your stomach drops. That is feeling energy. And that's not just a feeling, that's energy. You are sensing the biofield around you. And that's where my special work comes in also, because I'm what's called an energy conductor. Just like a music conductor leads an orchestra, I work with the invisible energy field of people, spaces, and even events, tuning and guiding the energy so it flows in the best way possible. And guess what? I see you. And you know what? You are an energy connector too. You already are that too. So being able to step into that is understanding that you can move it, balance it, manage it, and change the form of any energy vibration. And that is the powerful part of that, isn't it? So as we start to calibrate, you're always conducting the energy and calibrating the energy. Every time you notice how you feel someone's mood, they smile, you are being in the biofield and energizing that. Isn't that exciting? So that's the awareness section. And as we move over now to the next segment, we're going to be talking about, I promised you, with removing negative energy within 30 seconds or less. So let's take a deep breath. There you go. Take another deep breath as that comes out. Beautiful, beautiful. Breathe again. And this is helping you to release and let go. So breathe, watch me as I'm removing, releasing energy. Now just absorb this energy from the universe of healing and abundance and balancing, stabilizing your energy. And this is with such wisdom so that you can align this energy as you breathe and let go and breathe and let go. So you can align to this message today in these beautiful ways that we're going to help you so that you have more wisdom, you have more knowledge and more information. Beautiful. Take another deep breath. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for being here and for playing with us like this. I appreciate you. And before we move on to the next segment, which will be the animal segment, ooh, and I got a little treat for you. Oh, did you see what it was? Let's go to Amber. She's going to be on next week. So let's go to her right now. She's got a golden nugget.
Hello, amazing souls. I'm Amber from Golden Leadership Institute, and I am thrilled to be here on Energize You TV. A big thank you to Angel Marie for creating such a vibrant platform for positivity and inspiration. Angel, your energy is so contagious, and every time I see you, I feel better and more energized. I am so grateful for the light and the passion that you bring to the world. Today, I am excited to share my golden nugget with you, and that is that money mirrors mindset. If you are stressed out and worried about money, your money will follow your mindset about that. Let's redirect that energy to create freedom instead of burnout. Thank you, Angel Marie, for this incredible opportunity, and thank you to all the viewers for bringing joy, creativity, and great energy.
Yay. Thank you so much, Amber. And she will be on, like I said, next week. And it's going to be a great show. And we're going to be talking about how we feel and how we step into our energies. So I can't wait for her to come onto the show next week. So thank you, Amber, for being here. And let's come back. And let's go into the animal, because that's the next segment. Here is we're going to talk about the animal. And I kind of gave it away a little bit, didn't I? That it's the butterfly. Yes. And the butterfly, when the butterfly shows up for you, which it's here right now, it's telling you, lighten up and stop taking everything so seriously. Oh, that's a mic drop, isn't it? Lighten up, everyone. I know it's tough out there. I know there's lots of stuff, but you know what? As much as we can, just remind yourself to lighten up. And remember that your spirit animal, your power animal, isn't like a regular guide. They are the ones that help you go deeper in your meditation. That is proven, or that is also talked about within Native American. The next thing is you call upon the butterfly when? The butterfly when you want help to relax more and go with the flow of the cycle in your personal and professional life. So call upon that when you want to just, come on, let's do it. Now, if it is your power animal, you adjust to change very rapidly and easily. So it could be your power animal if that happens. So let's jump back into a quote right now, because I'd love to tell a quote. And the quote is, money flows where surrender goes. Let go and let wealth align with your energy. Think about that. Now, in the wisdom segment, I'm so excited with my dear friend Lisa's going to be coming on and talking about that. So that'll be happening really soon. So stay tuned to that. But you know what? I talked to you about that crystal connection segment. So it's coming up, but we're going to go to a commercial message. And when we come back, we're going to dive into that crystal. So we'll be right back after this.
Traditional business cards are often lost or forgotten. This can lead to missed opportunities and wasted time and money. Java Logics offers a unique solution. Eco-friendly paperless business cards that are easy to update and share. With our QR code, you can share your card with anyone, anytime, anywhere. It's the easiest way to share your details. Interested in getting one? Click on Get Offer and get your own digital business card today.
Preston Mardelli has and is amazing. So check out his beautiful digital business card, because it will change, and everything's going to digital as it is. So go ahead and check mine out right there. Give him a yell and tell him, hey, I want the angel discount. He'll give you the angel discount. Now, I promised you the crystal. Then the crystal this week, drum roll, is the rose quartz. Now I have one of these to show you, the rose quartz, a big chunk. It actually goes downstairs in my kitchen in the windowsill, and as the light comes through, it shines into the house. So it's being filtered through the rose quartz, which I love, because understanding that, I'm going to give you a fun fact. So here is a fun fact about the rose quartz. Is ancient Egypt believed rose quartz could prevent aging and used it on their facial masks. Even back then, they were doing facial masks. Isn't that funny? Thank you for everybody coming on and with your chat fingers. I so appreciate you commenting and sharing this out. So appreciate you as we move forward. It's one of my favorite stones for calming and heart center frequency, because it supports an emotional healing. It's a big one for emotional healing. And it also increases the feeling of compassion, both the wearer and for other people around you. And and I also tell my Reiki students to go ahead and put one underneath their mattress, because when they sleep, they'll have that cozy, loving feeling. And it's also spiritually helps deepen your spiritual connection and supports compassion and forgiveness physically. It helps with heart health, which makes sense, right? Circulation and skin. It uses a lot of beauty tools. It's used in a lot of beauty tools. And one of the ways that it's used, it's put in a comb, an actual comb that you comb your hair. It's really cool. And that frequency on your crown chakra, when they use a crystal rose quartz comb, literally a comb, and then they put, it's just divine. You got to try it if you can find it. Yeah, it's so much fun, and to get that crystal comb. So yeah, and of course it helps you in the clearing negative thoughts, patterns, and brings lots of inner peace and promotes the great feelings of that lovely feeling. So bringing that to you. So get your rose quartz or wear it because you can, because it really does work. Now, what we're going to talk about now is that element. And the element in the mineral is psyllium. And I might be saying that wrong. Let's get rid of the elephant in the room that I might be saying it wrong. Psyllium. And the fun fact about that is the name, it's after the moon. Can you believe that? The element's name comes from the Greek word psyllium, which means moon. So it's a Greek name for the goddess of moon. Isn't that cool? I just love bringing you stuff like that. The psyllium is the earth element found in soil everywhere. It's especially abundant in the volcanic regions like Japan and Hawaii. Humans need it. We definitely need that because it helps us with the essential trace minerals that the body requires for various functions. And what that is it helps, and we need it to produce that. And we can't produce it on our own. So we must obtain it through our diet. And let me just show you what some of the things are in the diet that helps us to get that, which is right there. That helps us to get it because luckily we only need about 50 milligrams per day. And it's available in many foods that we eat, especially that high profile, which you see right there. So the soil and the ground water contains this inorganic forms of psyllium from that plant takes up and converts to organic protein that we can use. Because of this psyllium in the food, it helps with high protein, and it's really the best source. So the key is it helps with your thyroid function. It helps with antioxidant defects or defense. And it also helps with the immune system. Remember that, the immune system. So go ahead and eat some of this stuff that'll help you to, reduce the risk of heart disease. It helps with stress. So just remember that you can make a difference just by making sure that you get your psyllium in your body. And I want to say thank you before we bring on our guests, because we're getting close to the wisdom segment, is thanks for helping raise the vibration. I celebrate you. I see you. keep going, light worker. You got this, because I know sometimes it can be rough. So let's just dive right in right now, because we're getting ready to have Lisa come on. I can't wait for her to come on and tell us all about how we look at the energy of this beautiful way of looking at money and how we can show up differently with money. So as we come here, so here she comes right now into, so here we go. Welcome, beautiful soul.
Hello, friend. How are you today?
Fabulous, fabulous. It's so good to see you. And everybody's waiting for you to hear your golden nuggets. They are. And you know what? I've known you forever. But you know what? They don't know who you are. So who are you, lady? Go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
All right. So I'm Lisa Heathfield, and I was a regular financial advisor up until last year when I surrendered my practice to and completely detached from outcome with no plan, which is funny for a financial planner to have no plan. And really just surrendered and said, I'm going to let go and see what, universe, God, source, spirit brings into my life. I live in Asheville, North Carolina with my fiance and my dog, Butter Brown, and my 19-year-old son. And this journey has led me to a very interesting place where I founded the New Reality Fund. So a way of investing for today's world.
Fabulous, fabulous. And I got to meet you at an event. And it was wonderful. I get to see you speak. I get to see you just in your element. And it was wonderful. That's why I was like, oh, she's a light worker. We got to have her on for sure. So let's just dive right in, because everybody is really wanting to dive into this whole thing about how do we define the energies of money? And how does that differ from how most people look at it?
So the way that I see money is that money is arbitrary, right? It's just numbers, but money is an energetic bridge to the emotional state that you crave. So instead of chasing the dollars, what we want to be tuning into is the feelings that money would give us, whether that's, peace, security, maybe, what it would feel like to go on that vacation and sit on the beach with your toes in the sand, or the things that it would bring you is by plugging into that energetic state and not focusing, on the numbers themselves.
I love that. I love that. So what happens to our financial flow when our internal energy is out of alignment? Because that's what we're talking about surrendering.
So I loved when you were talking about the biofield a few minutes ago. That's like the foundation number one, right? Is that if we're in those lower vibrations. So a lot of times when we're desiring money, it's coming from a vibration of fear, right? Is of lack, of feeling as though I don't have enough. And like attracts like. So if you're feeling that lack, it's not going to bring it into your life. But when you're sitting in the frequency of gratitude and abundance, like attracts likes, and it just flows like water.
Beautiful. And we showed that chart there too. And what's one of the highest ones on the chart is gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
So that's right up in here. So that's the vibration that we want to cultivate. That's what we want to do. But that's not an easy thing, because if you think about the collapse we're seeing in financial structures, is a spiritual or energetic collapse as much as a material one.
Absolutely. And so we are living in some pretty crazy and unprecedented times. And this is where the challenge is, right? Is with everything that's happened really since COVID and inflation and what's going on with the labor force and everything else, is that we as a society, individually, collectively, have become less secure, and therefore putting more and more people sort of into those lower vibrational places. But it's a paradox, right? It's the paradox. It's a paradox where we are insecure. So being able to feel that gratitude becomes so much more difficult. But one practice that I use in my life is, and I've been doing it for years now, is to consciously spend 10 minutes a day in gratitude. And I mean, it can be the even simple and little things like, I'm glad, I am grateful that I was able to pay my water bill. I'm grateful for the delicious bagel that I ate for breakfast and the birds singing in the yard, and just being in any, it doesn't matter what you're grateful for, right? It's being able to attune to that frequency. And then by doing that, we can go against the collective trend, if that makes.
Totally, totally. And I'm going to just piggyback on that because neuroscience studies show that when you're in grateful gratitude, and they recommend 3 times a day, at least 7 to 10 minutes a day, just to write, I'm grateful for my eyes to see, my nose to breathe, whatever that is. So it's beautiful because neuroscience says with the biofield. And you're right, Lisa, it is uncertain times right now. It really is. And what role does the intuitive play on this financial strategy, right? In this uncertain times?
Well, in these uncertain times, it's financial strategy. Money is a necessary evil. And I mean, it's a huge conductor of energy, right? So of being able, right now, we've got a disconnect between where a lot of us are keeping our stored energy money, i.e. in things like the stock market or 401ks, stuff like that. And it's so disconnected from our communities and our lives and the things that actually are important. So finding ways, and this is what New Reality Fund is all about. I'm doing it here in Western North Carolina, but for people all over, right? Is finding those local projects within the community that are going to make your life better in 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road. Energy infrastructure, regenerative food. Everyone's got to eat, and bringing it to more meaningful things and not abstract things.
Beautiful, beautiful. So what you're saying, writer downers, viewers, is that if you want, when you want, because I'm going to say you're already going to do it, I'm not going to come from lack, when you want to invest, not to necessarily look at the bigger picture in the government, oops, I said it, and all of that. What you're saying is look locally, invest locally. You're going to be here. Look at the local, because letting go of the control around money actually creates more abundance. Yeah. But when you can create that abundance right locally and you see it, what does that feel? Doesn't that feel different for people?
Well, so there's studies that prove that when we invest money outside of our communities in the stock market, that dollar leaves our communities and doesn't, and the only thing that you're going to potentially see is a financial return for it. But when you invest that money locally, that dollar recirculates within your community and actually multiplies itself. And then you're feeling the effects of it in things like, more access to fresh local produce, or hydrogen energy, different things that do make your life better. And we're in that shift right now. Like, things are collapsing, and that is to be sure. But those are things that are so big and out there and beyond our scope. And what I think people are being called to do now is, let's bring our energy in tighter. Let's bring this in closer to ourselves, into our families, into our communities. And we can't do anything about all that, but we can make ourselves more resilient and more abundant if we tighten it up.
Yeah, and just to really tighten it. And this is a study. Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. The study from 2023, and it discussed how the state of your nervous system can greatly impact your financial well-being. And it's also offering insights into overcoming financial anxiety. And it's really kind of what we're talking about, this study in 2023.
So it's they're talking about the biofield, right? Like this is like, that study proved exactly, what you were speaking to earlier. And then raising yourself up along that like emotional vibration frequency scale And the higher you go on that, it will attract more of the positive into your life. And I'm not saying, that people need to necessarily walk around with rose-colored glasses or anything like that. But if it's just upsetting you and there's nothing you can do about it, don't give it your energy, because it's only going to pull you down.
There you go. And also what can happen, it's in relationships too. And this was really interesting because this lady wrote a book, The Body of Money, by Gail Goldman. And she discussed how our nervous system and advances in brain science provides evidence that our body is directly influenced by the relationship with money.
It
And
is.
the relationship, how we involve our relationships to all. And I look out like to all of humanity, to all of nature, to everything is a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's a communication. And that's how we look at it. So if you're thinking you don't have any money and you're coming from lack, what are you doing with the rest?
And I think, and that's because it's that emotional state around money. It's not just tied to money. It's tied to all of these other things too. It's all interconnected. And I'll bet, that those lower vibrations, they're affecting your relationship with nature. They're affecting your relationship with friends, with self, with all of it. Right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I
And
love
think it starts with those gratitude practices.
It really does. So we're going to reiterate writer downers to start taking the time to do that. I told a friend the other day, I said, she's like, Angel, I know you take breaks throughout the day. And I said, yes, I do. And she goes, tell me exactly what you do for one. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to share it with everybody.
Yeah.
I stop like right after this. I will stop. I will go into my bedroom and I open my dresser drawer. Actually, it's always open. And I have a notebook. And so I can stand. I don't have to sit because you're sitting way too much, right? Everyone,
Yeah.
We are. So I stand and I just write. And what am I writing? Today will be, thank you, Lisa. It was such a wonderful show. Thank you to the viewers for watching. I'm so excited to reach 70, 80,000 viewers. I love what I do. Thank you for my voice. And what am I doing? I'm just making a story, but I'm saying thank you, but I'm getting to stand. So it's so important. So writer downers, everybody, take the time to do this if you want to have more abundance. And this is a great quote, which is, you don't chase abundance, you align with it. Surrender opens the channel. Talk to me about that.
So surrender opens channel. So back to the biofield, it doesn't lie. If you're radiating lack, you're just going to attract more lack. But when you shift into gratitude, you're feeling the universe. You're saying, I already have enough. And that's when the flow just opens itself up, because surrender is trusting the field to do its part while you stay in the frequency. Because we don't know how that abundance is going to come through, because I think a lot of it too is people try to manifest that process, if you will. Like, I'm manifesting abundance, so I need to get this promotion at my job, when it may come. God and universe is funny. It can come across in very unexpected ways. So surrendering the process of how that abundance comes through is so important to it, I believe, too. And just tuning into the frequency of gratitude and the feelings of security, peace, enjoyment that money would bring.
Yeah, it's just staying in that. And that's just what I was doing. There were some things going on, and then I got one phone call, and she was like, Angel, can you come and help us with this potluck? And I'm going to pay you as the event energy conductor. Even though it's not an event with all these speakers and all this like a music, she's like, but I want your energy there. And will you help, kind of manage and say hello? She wants me there early to clear the place. She wants me there. And that's exactly, but I never thought of just a private party with 60 people. But I've done it before.
But your energy is so strong, Angel. And it doesn't have to be in a conference. It can be in all kinds of places. When I get married later this year, I'm thinking about having you come conduct some energy for my wedding on the beach. So.
Oh my gosh. And you know that I facilitate weddings so I can marry you guys also.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
we just
That would
figured
be
that
so
out
much.
right now too.
Yes. So much fun. So you never know where it's going to come from,
Nope.
viewers. And that is the biggest part of this. And I really like this one too. Your energy is your greatest currency. Because we always think, right? It's the
Mhm.
greatest currency. When you surrender, that's when you're in your true wealth.
Yeah.
So give us a couple of more maybe things that they can do to step, because we're so blocked by, money's bad. I mean, tell us about, like when I was a kid, like when you were a kid, how were you raised with that?
So the way that, like, I was raised in a household where my mother is Chinese and is an immigrant to this country, and my father was a military man. So there was, and we were a single income household with 3 kids. So that was that was tough even back in like the 80s and 90s. And so there was always this energy of lack, of feeling like we never had enough. And even my parents, I see them now and it's like they have more than plenty, but they're still stuck in that lack mentality and haven't given up that fear, and then are not enjoying their lives or things to the fullest. And I think it's just tuning oneself into saying that, tune yourself into the feelings of security, of peace, of joy, of gratitude, and the money will just naturally. And maybe it does come in, maybe that energy comes in the form of the money. Maybe that energy comes in the form of ways that we've not even been thinking yet. What if it comes through ways of, like, of community and, partnerships and love and connection, and those bring those feelings as well.
Yeah, you just don't know where it's coming from, and to really step in to feel that. And there's so many more things that we can talk about here today. And I want the viewers to see that your email is there. And it is lisa@happybiggirl.com. Go ahead and email her, and go ahead and it's just ask your questions. She'll help you. But jumping back to one other question is what is your vision for how money can be used to regenerate, not just extract from our world?
So I think is right now there's about $41 trillion of just retail investors' money in the stock market that's totally disconnected from themselves and their communities.
Oh,
If
wow.
we can even
41 trillion?
$41 trillion, if we can move even a fraction of that money back to our communities, back into things like regenerative agriculture, infrastructure, energy, holistic healthcare, the things that people actually need, the things that are actually valuable to human life, we will be in a completely different environment in 10 years, where it doesn't matter if it's going to chaos in the big picture. As long as everything is safe, secure, and good closer to home, we will be in just a much more abundant place, regenerative place, and better place as a society.
Ooh, I mean, think about that. Viewers, really, that's a writer downer is where can you put your funds locally to make that difference? 41 trillion. Wow.
Because every dollar is a vote for the future that we're creating, right? And by voting with our dollars and bringing it to the projects that fund the future we wish to create, we create a better world.
Absolutely, every time. And that brings up the next one, which is how do we rewire our money mindset to move from the force and the hustle to that just flow and trust? And we keep talking about it. It's the same question, but I'm still bringing it to really get to you viewers.
I don't know. I think it comes back to the gratitude, right? Because when we're in gratitude, we're at ease, and then everything does just flow.
And it's playing with the mind, and that's really what this is. And we talk about scientifically, gave you science. is it's playing with the mind. So every time you might say, oh, how am I going to make that bill tomorrow? And oh, am I going to have enough for milk? Am I going to, I trust. I am abundant. If that doesn't work for you, I am wealthy. If that doesn't work for you, as always, I will have money. Excuse me?
I am secure and at peace. I have all that I need and more.
Right. And it is the I have, I own, I know, I feel. And then it just happens. And I love this one. As expected, I have all that I need for all of my bills every month. As expected, because I expect it. I expect when I get up, I expect to have great health. I expect to feel good. I want the miracle. Give it to me now. Thank you, God. The universe, whatever. And it's really claiming that. What a beautiful conversation we've had about really that vibrational state and how it affects the financial outcomes and all of our opportunities. Thank you, Lisa, so much.
Thank you so much, Angel. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, beautiful viewers.
Well, hold on, because you have a free gift.
Oh, yes, my free gift. So please email me at lisa@happybiggirl.com. What I am doing is I'm going to be doing half-hour financial consultations, and those are valued at $250. And we can just talk about, energy, money, whatever is on your mind, and align that and I'll get you lined up through your future goals. There'll be sort of a mix between the woo-woo side of it and actual hard financial planning.
There you go. So reach out to her. It's the first 10 people that reach out to her that get this free gift. And you can email her at this right here and say, hey, Energize You TV, Angel, whatever you want to say, and she will contact you. I am so excited that we got to talk about this because it's really a big topic, of course, because we got a lot of uncertainty. But thank you so much for all that you did to really clarify how we show up in our lives. And the biggest thing is connecting to the energy, right? Is connecting to your energy and making it your own and getting out of your own way. So we're going to go right into right now, and we're going to sing our way into using the song right now. I'm looking for, oh man, I don't know where it went. So we're not going to go with it's gone. You know how that goes. So let's go. Thank you so much for being here, honey. I love you so much.
Love you too.
You know the song. You know that I wrote it just for you. So listen to these words because they are powerful. So here we go as we sing it out.
You got ambition, fire and soul. Look within your heart. Let your spirit flow. Ask for what you want. Show 'em what you got. Take it to the top. Don't you ever stop. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration. Shine, shine, shine on. Looking for the answers. Seeking you will find. Open up your heart.
My dog likes the song.
Leave it all behind. Smile and laugh. Always give back. Glowing like a star. Show 'em who you are. Shine, shine, shine on.
Raise it.
Raise your vibration. Shine, shine, shine on. You're the secret. You're the answer. You know who you are. Look within you. Breathe and focus. You're a shining star.
Shining stars.
Shine, shine on. Raise your vibration. Shine, shine, shine on.
Thank you, Lisa, for being here. I love you too. Bye.
Don't you fake it. Be just who you are. You're the answer to the question. You're that shining star. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration. Shine, shine, shine on.
Are you dancing with me? Come on. This is the last one. Here
All
we go.
that you can see, all that you can be. Breathe into your heart. Don't you ever stop. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration. Shine, shine, shine on.
Thank you. First beat for playing with me and singing. Keep shining your light always and forever. Now, we're up to the calibration segment, the personal calibration segment. So everybody take a deep breath and calm down. I know I get you all dancing, and now I'm going to be like, okay, let's relax, because this is a personal calibration to bring in all of the information and all of the beauty of what we talked about today, to calibrate it. And whatever that means to you, it will calibrate for your wisdom, information, and knowledge, and you can bring back to it. So thank you so much for being here today on the personal calibration segment. And I'm really happy for you that you have taken this time to invest in yourself, to connect and to breathe in and calibrate, and activate and ignite that energy. I'm Angel Marie, your angel of light. And I'm here to help you with this vibration to step into your energy field and really feel that emotional state of connecting energetically with your frequency. So let's take a deep breath. And as you take this deep breath, I want you to close your outer eyes and open your inner eye. And as you open your inner eye in this beautiful place of calibration, we're going to breathe in. And first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in with so much aligning of the higher power of our highest self, that it's absorbing this energy from the universe for healing, for abundance, for great health, spiritual growth, to the ease and grace of those mundane tasks throughout the day, to hearing my voice, but really vibrationally letting the energy of my voice come through you and feel. And as you're balancing this energy and stabilizing this energy, we're going to ask that we also come to that absorbing this energy of all the relationships in our lives, to the service in our lives, and how we show up and serve others, how we make money, yes, and how money is related to you, and bring that energy in and let it go ahead and just ignite it, activate it, calibrate this vibrational field all together as you breathe in and breathe out. And stay with me as all of this limitless abundance, to energy healing, to spiritual growth, to how we serve others, to our relationships, to that money, how that all comes together as you echo my words now. And as you echo, I see it, I believe it, I feel it, I feel it, I have it, and I own it. And I know it. Everything comes easily with grace, ease, and glory. Feel thy words as you feel this gratitude from the heart that's helping with your abundance. You deserve the very best. You have the very best. Feel this energy feeling around you. And as you take this big, deep breath one more time, and you feel this gentle waves of all the abundance and healing, rejuvenation washing over you, imagine now and know it and feel this limitless abundance surrounding you like an overflowing fountain of prosperity. Breathe this in as you focus on the breath and your intentions, and manifesting that abundance, that lovely healing energy, to letting the limitless energy of abundance flow through you, absorbing this down to the subatomic layer of every energy in your body. Breathe that in. And as you breathe this in, you breathe in with intuitive intelligence. Breathe in with celebrating yourself. Breathe in that wellness, that muscle strength. Breathe in with that riches, the fortunes, the profits, the wealth, the great investments. Breathe in with that financial growth, to breathing in with the harmony and peace of the divine connection you have with your God, your higher self. And just breathe in that enlightened, awakening spirit feeling, that breathing in that clear energy of intuition, awareness, and psychic sense of understanding. Breathe. There you go. Breathe. And that feel good. Breathe that in. And as you keep breathing that in, feel this. And let's just stay for a moment here and breathe. And have it integrating, activating, calibrating. Beautiful, beautiful. Take a memory picture of what you feel. Great. And now let's start to come back. And as you start to move your fingers out front, you start to open your eyes. And knowing that you're safe, secure, protected here with grace, ease, and glory. Feel this energy. Thank you so much for being here. Come back to this anytime that you want and calibrate. Activate your energy into that field of that abundance, love, joy, communication, to relationships, to tasks, to spiritual, all of those. You got this. Thank you so much for investing in yourself and being here today with me. I'm Angel Marie, your lifestyle energizer, your energy conductor, and I love you so much. Thanks for being here on this beautiful time to calibrate. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You just, as the energy conductor, I'm saying thank you. And you know what? I want to give you a free gift. And my free gift for being here on Energize You TV today in the episode is go ahead and take that picture of that QR code. And I want to get to know you. You came on today. You're here. Let me get to know you. And let's get together on a Zoom and get to know each other. So thank you for that. And you know what? If you wanting more, we have the spiritual guidance collection. If you want to know who your spirit animal is, if you want to know more about crystals, those are all of my sessions that I've been doing for almost 30 years as a spiritual counselor, Reiki master. So I would love, love, love for you to check that out. And then giving you another gift. There's the upcoming events coming up. We have quite a few of them coming up. I do seminars, half-day seminars to full-day seminars on energy, breath work. So check that out. And there's the Shine On song, because a lot of people love to get the Shine On song, because what does it do? It aligns, it awakens, and it activates. So let's do this. There's my book, the Ignite book. Many people want to come along with us, so come along with me, and we can go from week to week. So it's very exciting. And then, of course, there's always the Tai Chi, because the Tai Chi is a membership, and it is people from all over the world coming on a Monday and Wednesday with me to do some Tai Chi. Only 30 minutes. It's a membership that's so much fun. So come on over. And you know what? Every week we have new people. So catch the wisdom, that wave with these amazing guests. Every Thursday at 11 o'clock Pacific time. And this isn't just a show. It's a movement, and it's a global impact because it goes all over the world. So next week we have the amazing, and you saw her earlier, we have the amazing Amber's going to be coming on, and she's going to be sharing with us about leadership. She's going to be sharing a little bit more about how you ignite your legacy when it comes to your financial sovereignty. It is going to be amazing. So thank you all again for being here. I see you, and I love you so much. So thank you. And until I get to see you next time, just to remember to do what? Change your mindset. Ignite your energy. And shine on. I love you. See you next week.